Welcome to today's seminar. Sorry, we had a bit of a challenge at the beginning. Sorry for starting a bit late, but our host is ready and we are ready. We are game, we are set. And we have a fantastic presenter who is going to talk to us. She's a leader in the wellness industry. She has a lot of experience with the products, with the business, and she has a powerful story to boot. So without further ado, I want to welcome Kathy Macharia to just take it away. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you very much, Fred Gishoke. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon. And especially, I'm very humbled that I'm the one presenting this evening. So my name is Catherine Macharia. I am married to my friend and my business partner. His name is Salim. We are blessed with two young adults, male. We live and work in Kilifi. And by profession, I'm an automotive engineer. But right now work as an administrator, wherever it is that I am. So how did I get to know of NeoLife? In October 2021, our youngest son started having challenges of health while he was in school. He was in boarding school in Nairobi. And so we were called by the school and asked to take him home and have him looked into. And so that's what we did. We came and saw doctors, even did a second opinion. And from it all, it came out that he was starting to have onset of arthritis, which is called a vascular necrosis, and needed to be done a few operations. Actually, the first operation was slotted to be done December of 2021. And then the next one was going to be done 2022. So during that time, a friend of mine reminded me about the NeoLife products. I knew of NeoLife many years ago when it was called GNLD, but hadn't paid much attention. So immediately I placed him on the products. And by the time we were going for his surgery in December, he was using the products for joint health, bone and joint health. And we also added zinc for him. And zinc is fantastic for healing for people who have come out of surgery. And I can tell you by day 4, he wasn't feeling any pain and was even telling us, I can be able to walk around. But we told him, no, we need just to follow the doctor's recommendations and his directions. So that went well. And then last year, so during that time, we were buying products as customers. But by December, I realized that this was going to be a long-term project. I mean, a long-term health management for him. And so we made a decision as a family to become distributors. And so for us, solely, it was just going to be users. We were not looking at doing anything else beyond that. So the second operation came up. That was in March last year. And this second operation was going to be a major operation. And I remember even the doctor telling us that we needed to get a wheelchair for him because he was not going to be able to bear weight on his second hip joint, because the first one was done on the left hip joint. So the second operation was on his right. And they also needed to put in a metal bar in his body. So, and I remember we really had a rough time trying to figure out how we were going to get a wheelchair. But fortunately, a friend of ours was able to offer us a wheelchair. But let me tell you, our son never got to use that wheelchair. Again, by day 4, he had already said he wasn't feeling any pain. And his his recovery was very fast. He still continued using crutches for a while because we didn't want him bearing any weight on that hip. But as time progressed, right now, even he doesn't use a crutch at all. And this week, starting tomorrow, we'll be going to see the doctor for his review and see whether now his the bar that had been put in his body has reached time to be removed. So you can see for us, this is what this is what was our turning point for us. And so what are the benefits we've gotten from this health, especially for our son? That one I can assure you. And just looking at him and the way he's progressed, it's just amazing. Then ourselves, when we started using the products, when we joined, we were of the opinion we didn't need to use anything. But since we joined with the Provitality Pack, we immediately started using it. And let me tell you, by day 3, going to day 5, we were already feeling different things in our bodies. From that, the Provitality, we used it for 4 months continuously with my husband without changing it, but just adding on to other things. I also was having issues with my back. So I also placed myself on the same products that my son was using. And from this, our life has totally changed. So today, I want to share with you in regards to diabetes management. And let me just put on the presentation. So today we are here to talk about prevention of diabetes. And if already you have diabetes, management of diabetes. Now, our discussion today is going to have a couple of things that we're going to discuss. 1, what is diabetes? 2, the different types of diabetes we have. The causes of diabetes, that's 3. 4, symptoms of diabetes. The complications that come out of having diabetes. And then the 6th, prevention and management of diabetes. So, what is diabetes? What happens to our body when we say that we have diabetes? It just means, in layman terms, is when we have too much sugar in our body. Now, sugar comes in from a lot of different foods that we eat, and it is used as it's used by the body as energy. Now, the pancreas is what makes the insulin. Then the body uses the insulin and to whatever amounts that our body needs. So without the right amount of insulin in our bodies, we'll either have too much sugar or very little sugar in our bodies. And that's when we have what is called diabetes. So our bodies, as I've said, need just the right amounts of glucose and insulin to be able to function as it needs to. Now, just for purposes of letting everyone know what the levels are, the good levels are. So for normal sugar levels, we need to be at 140 milligrams per deciliter or 7.8 millimolecules per liter. So that's when you're said to be having normal sugar levels. Now, anything below 70 megagrams of per deciliter or 3.9 is low sugar levels. And this is also known as hypoglycemia. Now, for pre-diabetes, because we know that there are many people who are not aware that they have diabetes, and this is a point where we call pre-diabetes, is when your levels are between 140 to 199 milligrams per deciliter, or 7.8 to 11 millimoles per liter. Now, if you're pre-diabetic, it is very important that you get screened every year. Now, diabetes, when you say you have diabetes, is when your sugar levels are above 200 milligrams per deciliter or above 11.1 millimolecules per liter. So I just needed to bring that so that we are aware what we mean when we say someone has diabetes. So we have 3 types of diabetes. Now, type 1 is happens when the pancreas is not able to produce enough insulin, and it's an autoimmune disease. The cause is usually not known, and it cannot be prevented. And unfortunately, it usually occurs in children. So what happens at this time is that they will need to be taking their readings frequently every day, at least 3 times a day, and they also need to be taking insulin. Now, how do you manage someone who has type 1 diabetes? You need to do the frequent blood sugar checks, insulin, a healthy diet, exercise, and also managing weight. Now, the second type of diabetes is a type 2 diabetes. And by the way, this is the most common diabetes. This occurs when the body cannot use the insulin it produces. And the symptoms for this usually take place gradually, while the symptoms for type 1 diabetes don't often start suddenly. You don't even have any pre-warning. But with type 2, you usually have pre-warning where you start seeing things that are changing in your body. And in a few slides, you'll be able to see what are these symptoms. Now, many risk factors that there are many risk factors that may increase your chances of developing type 2 diabetes, but the good news is that you can be able to prevent it. The last one is the gestational diabetes, and this occurs in pregnant women. And this diabetes can be very harmful to both the baby and the mother, and so it's very important that it's managed. Now, the unfortunate thing is that once you have had this in pregnancy, then chances of having it in in life later is very high. So it's also recommended that when somebody has had gestational diabetes, that it's good that at least they have they are screened every 3 years just to ensure that then they don't get the diabetes. So these are the statistics in regards to diabetes. Now it is on the rise. And in the world today, 422 million adults have diabetes. Now, the deaths in the world today, 1.5 of those deaths, 1.5 million of those deaths are caused by diabetes, and 3.7 deaths, so this is including diabetes, together with high blood glucose, deaths are caused by those two. Now, in short, what it means is that in every 11 people, one person has diabetes. So as I said, the main types again are the three. Type 1, when the body doesn't produce enough insulin. Type 2, when the body produces insulin but is not able to use it well. And the gestational diabetes, which is a temporary condition in pregnancy. So what are the complications or the consequences that lead to that? So we can see them there. Some of them is stroke, blindness, heart attack, kidney failure, and can even lead to amputation. Now, I want to share a bit of statistics from Africa today. In 2020, 19 million people were living with diabetes in Africa. So this is just Africa. By 2020, the number had raised to 24 million people. Now, the prediction is that by the year 2030, the numbers are going to have raised to 33 million. So what it means in short is that we need to do something now, not later, now. And out of this, the deaths that were caused by diabetes in Africa were 416,000 deaths because of diabetes. Now, the also thing I really found interesting is that we have 13 million people living with diabetes that is undiagnosed. So that means they do not know that they have diabetes. And so this is what it's translating to, that 1 in 5 people do not know that they have diabetes. So are you aware whether you have diabetes or not? So what this just means is that you need to get yourself tested. Now, the country with the highest rate of diabetes is China. And China has 141 million people suffering from diabetes. And this was the year 2021. So that means it's 33% of the population of the world are Chinese who are suffering from diabetes. Now, what are the causes of diabetes? One is the sedentary lifestyles. These days, we have just become a people of wanting to use our vehicles to get to wherever we want to go. Nobody wants to drive, very few people, nobody wants to walk. A lot of people just want to drive to wherever they want to go to. The second is eating excess food. Now there's eating food just for enough for your body to be able to move it from point A to point B. But the tendency is that people eat a lot of food. So that excess food then leads to obesity. And then that obesity now makes a point that your body now starts having too much strain on the body because of this obesity. The organs in your body really have issues. Stress is also a very big factor in diabetes. We also have known, and these doctors tell us this, that if you have a family history of diabetes, chances of you having diabetes is very high. And then the thing is, as we grow older, as we increase in age, getting diabetes becomes easier and easier for us. So what are the symptoms? What are the symptoms that we need to look out for? One, that you're always feeling tired. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. You woke up in the morning, you've had your 6 or 8 hours sleep, but you're waking up and you're feeling tired. Then the other one is frequent urination. Now, I know of people who, when they go to sleep, they will wake up 5 or 6 times at night just to go to the toilet. So this needs to be some of the signs that you need to look out for, and make a point and have and go and have yourself, screened for diabetes. Sudden weight loss, wounds that won't heal. And this, I think, is something that is very, very paramount that we need to look out for. If you have a wound that just keeps festering and festering, you try to get it addressed, but it just continues, you need to have yourself looked into. The other is sexual problems, and I've heard of this, that at times, families are having issues because there is no activity in the bedroom, and this is one of the things that we really need to look into. And then someone is also always hungry. So I think that goes now to eating a lot of food because you're always feeling hungry, so you want to eat a lot. Blurry vision is also one of the things that, one of the symptoms. Having numb or tingling hands or feet. Now, a month or 2 or 3 months ago, I was having this, feeling tingling or numbness in my feet. And I really, really was worried about this. And so one of the things that I did was immediately to put myself on botanical balance. And then out of that, I've then also put myself on daily vitality pack. And I've realized that as I'm using these products, that feeling is going away. Now, there's also the problem of always feeling thirsty. And for women, vaginal infection. And just to let you know, is that women become more affected by diabetes than men. And they even give a percentage of 59% mean age of women who are over 58 years will have diabetes. So what happens now? What are the complications that come into because of diabetes? Now, one of them is eye disease. Now, you have glaucoma, you have cataract, and unfortunately, some of these things could actually lead to blindness. There's also renal failure, diabetic foot, and this will lead you even having amputation. And I remember one of the meetings we had, and a leader from Uganda was sharing how he had gone and seen someone who had been amputated their foot because of diabetes, and that he made a promise to himself that every 3 months he was going to make sure that he takes botanical balance. And I think we need to make a point and do that, just to make sure that we are on the right, we are safe. Then there's also chances of getting stroke, chances of having heart disease, which then would lead to heart attack, and then having nerve problems. Now, the problem with insulin resistance is that you're always feeling tired and hungry. So you eat food, that food makes insulin, but unfortunately, the cells are not able to use that insulin. And then the sugar gets stored as fat in your body, and the cycle continues. So that's why we end up then having too much sugar in our bodies. Apologies for that. So how can we prevent diabetes, especially type 2? As we said, type 1, there's nothing much we can be able to do about it. You just manage it by doing frequent checks and having insulin and also a healthy diet. What about type 2 diabetes? Now, these are some of the things that you need to do so to be able to prevent diabetes. One is eating healthy. And you can realize this has become one of the key things in any nutrition information that you get is one that you need to eat healthy. Exercise has become one of the paramount things that we need to do. We need to have some form of exercise in our body that we do every day. We need also to have a lot of fiber, as you consume more fiber, and then reduce consumption of red meat. And if you smoke, please quit smoking. Now, so what does the healthy lifestyle consist of? So it consists of these 3 things. There are many others, but these are the main ones. As I said, you need to at least exercise 3 times a week, continuous aerobic exercise that makes your heart rate go up between 15 to 20 minutes. And this is very good for the body because what happens is that then your blood is flowing through every bit of your body. And then we also need to check our BMI every so often. And BMI is body mass index. And how it's calculated is that you take your weight divided by your height in meters squared. So it's good that you check that. So then when we say you're at a normal weight is when your index is at between 18 and 24.9. That is when we say that you are at a normal weight. Anything below 18 means that you're underweight and that you're at chances of becoming ill, just like someone who's obese. From 25 up to 30, that's where we say someone is overweight. Above 30 but below 40 is obese, and above 40 is what we call morbid obesity. Now, we also need to rest. We need to do at least, we need to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours daily. This is when the body is able to remove the toxins. The brain also is able to remove the toxins, and that that your body gets a chance to heal itself. Then we also need to watch the food we eat. Now, when you look at this picture here, you can see to your left, all those foods that are very yummy to us. And these are the foods that we are saying that break us. And then you have on the right-hand side, the food that makes us. These are the foods that a lot of us avoid eating. There are things like fruits and vegetables, things like carrots. And instead, on the other side, you find is where we love taking a lot of junk food, a lot of sweets, and that is part of the reason that we end up having problems with our body. Now, what is the basis of good nutrition? Now, this is the wellness pyramid. And what it says is that the base of everything needs to be physical activity and weight management. We need to watch out on our weight. The second, we need to eat a lot of whole grains. Whole grains are foods that have not been removed, the outer covering and the germ oil. And so that we need to eat a lot of, and that is things like brown rice, things like wheat, things like soya beans. Those are the ones we need to take. And I know for a long time, even myself, I used to think that anyone who eats brown rice is sick, is diabetic. But I've realized just how much we need to eat this. And I can assure you that since I started learning about this wellness pyramid, the way we eat food in our home has really changed. Then we need to do a lot of fruits and vegetables. We are actually advised to do 6 different types of fruits every day and 13 helpings of vegetables. Proteins, we really need to cut down on our proteins, especially animal protein. If anything, try and do a lot of plant protein. Then fats and sugars in very low quantities. You actually need just 1 spoonful of sugar and fat per day. Now, but how does our typical lifestyle pyramid look like? This is how it does. Now, we have minimal physical activity. So what happens? We become overweight. Whole grains, we do very little of whole grains. Then we do, even in smaller quantities, fruits and vegetables. We say these are for children and for people who are sick in hospitals. When we are going to visit patients, we take fruits and vegetables for them. But once they're discharged and they go home, we no longer do that for them. Then we do a lot of proteins, and here is where we do even the meat, and they are not good for our bodies. And one of the things that I discovered once I joined NeoLife was that meat takes 72 hours before it can be digested in our bodies. And I remember I just used to love eating meat. I can assure you now, since the last 1.5 years, I can even count the number of times I've eaten red meat on one hand. Fats and sugars, we really do in a lot of quantities. Here, the coast region where I live, if you do not cook food with oil, being seen as a layer in the food, you don't know how to cook food. And this is some of the things that have brought a lot of issues into our health today. So what is it that we can do to turn our pyramid the right side up? We've been told that a healthy lifestyle can prevent up to 58% of type 2 diabetes cases. So we really need to live a good lifestyle. We need to change our lifestyle so that we prevent diabetes and so that we can be able also to reverse the trends in the world today. Now, WHO had predicted that by the year 2020, 3 out of every 4 deaths in the world would be because of chronic diseases. And these chronic diseases are heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory disease, obesity, just to name but a few. So now this is where our organization, NeoLife, comes in. So Jerry Brasfield, this gentleman here, is the founder of our business. And he founded this business in 1958. at the age of 19. And Jerry used to suffer from severe case of asthma when he was a child. And his mother was told about changing their diet at home and also placing him on herbal alternatives. And from that, he was able to be healed from his asthma. So when he was 19, he decided that he wanted to share this information with other people out there, that he wanted to make a difference in the world out there. And that's why even our mission is to make the world healthier and happier. Now, we have a scientific advisory board whose work is to ensure that the products that come out into the market are products that have been researched and developed under the stringent conditions. Now, our NeoLife Scientific Advisory Board was founded in 1976 by this gentleman, Dr. Arthur Fast, who's a pioneer in toxicology and cancer research. He's actually the one who came up with cancer treatment, chemotherapy. And it's because he had a passion and dedication and vision, and he had enormous talent that he wanted just to share with the world. So he's the one who founded the Scientific Advisory Board. And right now, the board consists of leading scientists and nutrition experts who are active, who publish, and they're respected around the world. And the Scientific Advisory Board seal is on our products, and you can see this. It is. It guarantees that you're getting the finest, safest, and most effective product in the market. So what is the difference? What's our difference between the other products that are in the market? One is because our products are natural. They are non-GMO. You can be able to trace it up to where it has come from. Then our products are based on whole food cellular nutrition. We know that good nutrition begins from the cell level. They have been created by doctors and scientists. Our clinical trials are done on humans. Actually, the Scientific Advisory Board are the ones who try out these products before they put them out in the market. And then we also have a license for manufacturing. What is the solution? The one that I talked about, the one to turn our pyramid the right side up. The solution is this pack we call the Provitality. And this is one of the packs that we recommend for anyone who joins us as distributors or anyone who wants to start improving their health. And it's also one of the major products that we also recommend for diabetic patients. So what is in that, the Provitality? It has 4 items in it. The first one, and this is the first in the whole world, there's no one else who's been able to make something like this. We call it the TreeNN. And what has happened with the TreeNN? The TreeNN comes into the cells of your body, and it's able to turn an unhealthy cell. And this unhealthy cell, usually the membrane is so hard and impermeable that nutrients are not able to go in, and neither is the waste that is generated inside able to go out. So once you start taking TreeNN, your cell starts repairing itself, it starts healing, it starts becoming permeable, the cell membrane, and then nutrients now are able to go in and waste is able to go out. So what it does, it feeds the cells, you start feeling you have energy. So people who have problems with fatigue, people who have problems with feeling tired all the time, this is a fantastic product for you. And even everyone else, even if you don't have those symptoms, you still need to take this so that the cells in your body can start to be healed. Remember that our cells, we have cells, over 73 trillion number of cells in our bodies. And when our cells are unhealthy, that's why we are unable to fight off diseases, because God created our bodies in a way that, given the right food stuff, it would be able to fight off the diseases that come our way. So the other thing it does is that it gives you energy production and it optimizes the membrane function. So that is one of the products, and it's derived from, as you can see, soya beans, brown rice, and wheat. We extract the germ oil from it, and it's put into those tablets. And taking 2 to 3 tablets a day will just give you fantastic results. By day 3, we've had people just telling us, "Hey, hizo dawa zenu, we don't even understand what they are, what is in them." Then the next product is the carotenoid complex. Now, the carotenoid complex is what now takes in the part of the fruits and vegetables. It's clinically proven to boost immunity by 37% in just 20 days. A bottle of carotenoid complex has 100 tablets. And this is equivalent to 115 kgs of raw fruits and vegetables in every bottle. You can imagine when you're taking 1 tablet is equivalent to 1.15 kg of fruits and vegetables that you're putting in your body. Then we have the third item in the Provitality is the salmon oil, omega-3 salmon oil. Our omega-3 has all the eight omega families in it. And as you can see them here, the LAA, the SDA, all these are in the omega-3. And it is clinically tested. It has been proved to reduce inflammation index by 68% in just 8 weeks. This is just a fantastic product, and is very good for heart health, for brain health, and even all other areas of your body. Then the last item on that Vitality pack is a multivitamin and mineral, and this one contains all the vitamins and minerals we need every day to bridge the dietary gap that we have, and then it nourishes your cells, and it's complete and balanced, and it even has added iron into it. Other products that we also recommend for people who are, who are diabetic is fiber tabs. Now, what the fiber tab do is it helps to control the blood sugar, and it's also very good for weight management. Our products, the beauty of our products is that they address even other different things in the body. And one of the other things that it does is very good for cleaning intestines and the colon. And you know how you accumulate waste in your body, you go for long haul and it doesn't come out, and you always feel like there's something remaining in your body. This is a fantastic product to use. I remember one of my friends actually shared that she used to have acid reflux, and from using this, she really had a fantastic, it became one of the things, rarely have attacks of acid reflux. So it speeds up the refined carbohydrates being absorbed into the bloodstream as sugar. And so it's also able to regulate the function of the pancreas. Then we also have the core enzymes, Q10. This is the one we call the CoQ10. CoQ10 improves the heart health. It also regulates the blood sugar, and it assists in the prevention and treatment of cancer and reduces the frequency of migraines. Again, as I've said, our products are just amazing. They do several things. So even this CoQ10, it's an antioxidant. So it's also very good for brain health. It's also very good for providing cellular energy production, good for healthy vision and hearing. So all these things are part of the benefits that you get from using this product. Then we have chelated zinc. Now, chelated zinc, what it means is that it gets absorbed, all of it, into the body. And it's very good for diabetes. It helps in the utilization of insulin in the body. And because one of the things that has been discovered is that diabetes is also associated with having low levels of zinc in your body. And even and other uses, other benefits. It's also an antioxidant. And also other benefits of the chelated zinc, as you can see, it's very good for prostate glands, for men, very good for ulcers. As I said, this is the one I placed my son on for every time for his surgery. So it's very good for healing both internal and external wounds, even people who have acne. During COVID, this was one of the products that was being recommended together with vitamin C to use. And even someone, when you have that flu, that hard flu that really puts you down, this is very good for relieving colds. And you do a high dosage of it so that you're for just about 3 days and you're able to use that. Then our key product for diabetes, management of diabetes, is Botanical Balance. Now, this Botanical Balance, as you can see, it manages the glucose uptake in your body. It also optimizes the insulin uptake and maximizes insulin receptor. It has nothing artificial in it. Is made out of cashew, cinnamon, and turmeric, and is just fantastic for people who just want to manage their blood sugar levels, and even people who are having diabetic. And you only need to take 4 times a day, 2 by 2 tablets every day, and that before meals, and it just does fantastic works for you. Now, we said one of the causes of diabetes is overweight. So we also have products to help you do weight management. And one of them here is the NeoLife shake. Now, each serving of this NeoLife shake provides you with 18 grams of protein and all the 22 amino acids that you need in your body. The body needs for its nutrition every day. It's very delicious. You can mix it with water. You can mix it with fresh juice. You can mix it with milk. It's just a fantastic product, and it's able to provide, to assist you to do weight management. Then the other one also, which provides a very good energy for you when you're doing weight management, is the NeoLife tea. And this one is a unique blend of selected, herbs that are very good for the body and are able to promote instant energy burning and are also efficient metabolism of the body. Now let's stop diabetes today. I'm sure if I ask people to raise their hands here today, right now, and ask them to raise their hands of how many people have someone who's diabetic in their home, or they know someone who has diabetes, or they are themselves suffering from diabetes, I know that there are people here. So we've shared this information with you so that you can take those steps to make it, to stop the diabetes from progressing, so that you can stop taking medication. I have one of my friends who's diabetic, and she has placed herself on botanical balance and fiber tabs, which she takes religiously, and is not on any other medication. And she's able to maintain her blood sugar levels using these two products. So these are some of the adages that we talk about health. And I mean, we really need to be serious about this. You need to invest in your health today, or you will be investing in your sickness tomorrow. Your body will be around a long time longer than the expensive handbags or the homes that we build or the cars that we drive. So please invest in yourself. Your health is an investment, it's not an expense. I talk to people and I tell them about our products and they tell me that they're expensive. And then I ask them, are you looking towards getting a big house? Yes. Are you looking towards having a car? Actually, I want to change my car to another. So they want to invest in buying a vehicle, but they do not want to invest in their health. And I really feel sad about this. And the last is that the best investment that you can ever make is in your own health. Now, this is the one that I love from Jim Rohn, which says, take care of your body today, because it's in the only place you have to live. You cannot change houses. You cannot change your body. You can move from living in Lavington and go to live in Karen or wherever it is, but your body is it's the only place you have to live in. So we have products for all the other targeted solutions for the whole family, so that you have a happy, you have a healthy family. So we have products for bone and joint health. We have products for stress management, sharper mind, weight management. We have fantastic products for heart health, energy and fitness. Those people who, athletes, we have fantastic products for them too. Digestive health, and remember that all our diseases begin from the gut. Immunity, balancing sugar levels, men and women health, so things to do with fertility or libido issues or hormonal imbalances, PMS, menopausal challenges, all this, and including children. Now, other than this, we also have the business aspect of NeoLife. And if you want to know more details about this, tomorrow, Monday evening at 8 p.m., we normally have a session where we call it a business opportunity presentation, which now tells you more about how you can do this as a business. Just as you're making your health better, you can also make your pocket health better. And the benefits you get from this are many. Personal growth, and this I can assure you, I have gotten personal growth from this business. Leadership development, there's opportunity for international travel. You retire when you're healthy and active. You're able to build lasting relationships with people because you're there, you're not sick, and you're able to earn residual income. So that is it from me this evening. I want to say thank you so much for having been here with us this evening, for spending time with us. And I'm hoping that each one of us has learned something that they can take home, something that they can start applying in their family, in their own lives. And if you have any question in regards to the products, please reach out to the person who invited you to this meeting, and they'll be able to give you more information. So back to you, Fred, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Catherine. You've done it so well. I like the passion, I like the excitement, I like the real life applications. I think you're a natural speaker. You are born for this. It's awesome. So guys, we've come to the end of our session. Next week, we'll be back again with a different aspect of health. As you can see, the chat is alive with people excited about that presentation. This recording will be available a little bit later tonight so that you can be able to share it with a friend, a neighbor, that kind of thing. And like we always say, you have a choice. You can either buy the products from the person who invited you, or you can become a distributor. Becoming a distributor is better because when you become a distributor, there are so many other benefits, including international travel, making money, lifestyle, personal growth and development. I've benefited in all those things. I've traveled in more than 20 countries. The money is good. And most of all, you get a chance to empower other people who can also live an exceptional life because you lived. And we always say that in this life, it's not about you. It's about the legacy that you leave behind. And if you want something that will help you develop a legacy, maybe you don't have a problem financially or health-wise yourself, but NeoLife gives you something that can help you to leave a legacy. You can leave behind people that will say it was because of you that they are living a better life, they are healthier, they are living a better lifestyle, and they are living a more fulfilled lifestyle. So take it up as an opportunity, become a distributor and start working on it. And the person who invited you will show you how to do that. It's a simple thing. It's as simple as 8,000 shillings that you invest in your life and you get started, and the rest is history. This month, May this year, we are going to Turkey, and next year we are going somewhere else. You could be part of that team that is traveling with us once you become a distributor. So instead of just buying as a guest or as a customer, why don't you join and become a distributor, and let's change people's lives together. Otherwise, it was great having you guys on the call. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in the evening at 8 o'clock at the business presentation. Let's invite massively for tomorrow so that we can all be able to touch as many people's lives as possible. We have more than 40 million Kenyans whose lives we need to touch before we get into the international arena. So let's go out, let's invite, and see you tomorrow at 8. Have a blessed afternoon, and God bless you all.